Hey, just wanted to check in with you. This is Rob, and we've got another working on the Phase 2 report and have a couple slides here we've been working on. A lot of questions about the impact of Mounds Park, and this is a cross-section of the river corridor. The dark blue that you're going to see demonstrates where the river normally flows at, and this is this is along Rangeline Road. This shows the flood area that typically floods. The river has gone as high as 24 feet at flood stage, which would put the river up into this range at an all-time high. Typically it'll flood 3 times a year, at least 7 feet or more. So this area obviously would all be encompassed into that flood area on a regular basis, which probably is the reason it kind of cut that corridor to start with, is over the years from just the fast-flowing river, which is much more erosive than what the river itself is, and that's defined clearly in these dark blue areas where through the millenniums that river's flowed at a fairly low flow rate, which has not eroded the river bed much. But when the flood stage comes, those higher elevations really eat back into the shores. So I think this is going to demonstrate the creation of Mounds Lake will probably reduce any of this expansion of this flooding or erosion. We'll have to get some soil samples to understand, but the mature trees in the shorelines with the size of some of the trees would assure you the soil content is got a lot of clay in there that's going to be able to withstand, that's been able to hold those trees in place through the years. The last one here, that was the Mounds Park slide. The last one is here coming up on State Road 32. Again, it demonstrates the high banks. We've got well above the 890 range, or on both sides, the deep well basin that is in where the water would stand at. So, basically, you got up here at the Mounds, the park campsites are all out of water, well above the water, as well as park buildings and the mounds themselves. If we need to do any kind of erosion control through this area in here to protect the mounds and any additional erosion, that'll be determined during the permitting phase. But the Mounds Park by itself, and any trails could still be developed along this corridor above the water areas, and we would continue to try to, we want to make it as accessible to folks as possible. So that's all I got for now. We'll try to get some reports to you pretty soon. They're nearly complete. So we appreciate your support and continue to try to answer all your questions. Feel free to email us on moundslake.com. Thank you very much.